Senator Menendez has authored this amendment. I think it is a very important amendment, and I am offering it on his behalf. I think it'd be fair to say we have seen a great number of very far-fetched claims by the Trump administration through this exceptionally flawed tax reform process. The one that really takes the cake, though, is the proposition that the corporate rate tax are going to somehow magically result. There is going to be this growth fairy that just comes out of nowhere and gets a $4,000 wage increase for American workers. Mr. Barthold said, and he is very professional, I asked him about this, and he spent some time rummaging through that vast array of tables that he has, and he said that it was very unlikely that this could ever come about. And yet, my colleagues have just been nodding along all through this, that somehow this corporate rate cut is going to translate into this huge bonanza. Senator Casey, for the workers of Pennsylvania, all the middle-class families. So the common sense Menendez amendment is, if you actually do believe that massive handouts to corporations will cause this magical wage growth, then you ought to be willing to support some basic guardrails. Under this amendment, tax cuts for multinational corporations are reversed if American workers' wages go down. Now just try that one on. We've been told by the Trump administration that this corporate rate cut is going to put $4,000 into the pockets of middle-class workers. So what Senator Menendez says, well, why don't we at least say if workers' wages go down, not only do they not get the $4,000, but if their wages go down, then the tax cuts for multinationals would be reversed. I think Senator Menendez is offering a common sense check on the promises that have been given middle-class families for now months. I urge my colleagues to stand up for the middle class and vote for this important Menendez amendment.
This sort of mechanism is sort of designed to produce the failure that it anticipates. What do I mean by that? The whole point, the way that wage growth is to increase demand for workers. It's when businesses are competing more for workers that they drive up the price of wages. It's not a sudden fairy dust of generosity that falls on them. It's the need for workers. Well, they need workers if they're making more investments. They make more investments if they believe that the taxes are going to be predictable for a long period. If you tell them 5 years from now, all bets are off, then they don't make the investments in the first place, they don't expand their business, they don't need more workers, therefore, and wages don't go up. Now, why do we want to prevent the wages from going up? This is a very bad idea. We should reject the amendment.